You guys will know that I have been trying to get this channel working for a very long time, and part of it is because the idea of going back to work really weighs on me. So I've started, throwing my entire self into this channel and trying to make it work as much as possible. But it started to become too much. Like, I have been putting too much energy into it and checking my stats constantly. Like, the first thing I do is get on my phone when I wake up. And that doesn't seem healthy to me. It feels like I've lost a little bit of control over my life. And I don't want how I feel to be based on how a video has done or how many people saw a post I did.
I knew something needed to change. I needed to break the pattern. And what better way to take a break than a 4-day yacht delivery where I wouldn't have access to internet anyway?
So this trip is going to be about me stopping social media while I'm on this trip. Even if we pull into town, even when we're topping up on fuel, I'm not going to check my phone. I'm not going to check any social medias at all. I'll post to you guys, but I won't check to see how it's doing. Sorry I won't be responding either. Because yeah, I just want to take a little more control back of my life. So yeah. I can't believe I'm telling you guys these things. Honestly, this feels a little weird. It feels like a weird episode to do, but this is a really big deal for me. So, yeah, thanks for watching. All right, here are the rules. The rules are I cannot check any social media at all. No Facebook, no Instagram, no email, no YouTube Studio. The only thing I can use my phone for is doing a watch alarm to make sure I wake up, checking Navionics so I don't hit any rocks, and also checking Windy so that we can make sure that we know what conditions to expect.
Now, this is not the first time I have deprived myself of something to try to gain control back. I had done dry January a few times, had calorie counted, and attempted and failed 40 hours of silence. Ha! And across all of these personal challenges, one trend stands true. Right before I deprive myself, I binge. Studies show that our bodies increase cortisol levels before any sort of fasting, which ironically increases the craving and causes us to overcompensate for fasting. One way to prevent this is to ease into the fast rather than going cold turkey.
It's kind of funny, I've just arrived here at West Haven Marina to hop on the boat, and I'm waiting for them to open the gate for me, and I'm already tempted to get on my phone and start checking my messages because I've got nothing to do while I stand here. This is gonna be way harder than I thought. What do you think? Can she do it? There's no way. No way. Yeah, I don't think so either. How you feeling about this? You ready? Yes, your hair looks great, don't worry.
Yes, yeah, we're good. We're good.
We got some good weather ahead of us. It looks like anyways.
It does. It might be, it's going to be from the west going up the east coast, and there's not going to be much going down the west coast, which should be about right. It'll continuously coming from the east.
And we have one tiny little worry, right? What is it?
One tiny little worry?
Yeah.
The cups are way too small.
Yeah, no, other than that, on the engine.
Oh yeah, there's a small leak in the starboard engine from the raw water intake, but we got it wrapped up with some tape. We'll be fine.
Sweet, but we gotta keep an eye on it, right?
Gotta keep an eye on it.
Welcome, Kelly. Are you excited?
Very excited about this trip, Danielle. Really looking forward to getting around that west coast and seeing nothing but sea for a while.
And this is your first milestone for you too, right?
First time around the west coast, yes.
Yeah. We're good over here.
How's the stern?
Yeah, you got plenty of space over here. That is skill right there. Well done.
I haven't hit anything yet. Boats moving around me?
No, I don't see any. Not on this side. You're good to starboard. Nothing in front of us either.
A big part of being at sea is the camaraderie of a shared goal in a tiny space with so much at stake, your life. So I thought, I wonder if they'd be up for sharing this more personal challenge with me too.
You said before that one of your favorite things about being at sea is no phone reception, right?
Yes.
And did you know that I was doing this challenge to myself?
No, I had no idea.
So are you going to join the challenge?
Okay, I'll do that.
Really?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yay! Get him
Partner
involved.
workings only.
Alright, just so you know, the camera will be on you watching you when you pick up your phone.
Okay. You be checking up on me? No, I'll do it.
Alright, sweet. You heard it, guys, right here. It's on camera. So we're a couple hours into our journey, and yeah, I've picked up my phone a million times. It's really bad. Watch this.
I don't think she needs your help to fail this challenge.
I haven't opened any apps yet so far, except to send a tracking link to my patrons and say hello to Connor. Other than that, I haven't checked social media at all. And it's weird because, like, if we were going out to sea, we'd probably be far enough away from land right now that I wouldn't even be able to check anything. But we're along the North Island, which is where, like, there's the most service. It's like, I think the more populated island, but don't put me on that. So yeah, I don't know, this is gonna be a little harder than I thought. I've been trying to read Sharkman. I'm really stoked about this book that I brought with me. But then, like, 2 pages in, suddenly I'm picking up my freaking phone. I'm like, why are you doing that to me? Why are you taking your phone? It's just habit. I've just been doing it for so long. It's just habit. And yeah, that's why I'm doing this, I guess, is to break that habit. So.
Compared to other deliveries I've done, this boat required a lot of attention, and that helped immensely with staying off our phones. For one, the autopilot was broken, so we had to hand steer for 3-hour watches. And hand steering took up a lot of focus and energy. So 3 hours on, 6 hours off, and during that 6 hours off, we had to do regular engine checks, prepare meals, and attempt to sleep. But it didn't take us long to get into our groove, and only 24 hours later, we started to feel the benefits of being off our phones. I'll be honest, this video topic started out as a means to grow. It's a popular search topic. But on this trip, it felt like some force of nature was trying to wake me up as we experienced one awe-inspiring moment after the next. Beyond realizing that I actually had a real problem, it was like nature was determined to show me every single possible moment I could be experiencing during that time instead. We saw dolphins 7 times on this trip.
Being bored is an interesting experience, especially from a creative point of view. It's the time when you have the best ideas, the time to process things, and we rarely allow ourselves to be bored. And I know that for me, I was missing the point of why I'm trying to make this channel work in the first place, right? The whole reason I want to do this is because I remember how stressed out I was at work, and I remember how burned out I was becoming, and just how meaningless everything started to be because I was just constantly working, and it doesn't feel like there's much of a choice. Like, even now, Connor says that his mindset has changed, where like he works to play, he doesn't work to work anymore, but there's still so much pressure because there's so much work to do, and there's just like widely accepted idea that you have to be working constantly to be a valuable employee. And I just don't want to go back to that. I don't want my value to be on that. I want to enjoy other parts of life. I'll work hard, don't get me wrong, but I don't want that to be my entire life. Da 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 da. Thoughts of a coach. Alright, so we were talking earlier about the beauty of going sailing. Why do people go out here in the middle of nowhere, lose phone contact? What are they looking for?
It's a deep philosophical question. Everybody has their own answer to it.
What's yours?
Mine is I love it. It's a very young age. It was always associated with fun times with my folks, my family. We've always loved sailing and being on the water. It's pretty simple.
What about the disconnected aspect?
The disconnection aspect of it is well, there's nothing like it. You're completely separated from everything else, especially when you're out of cell phone range. It's like being in space. It's the closest thing to being in space because you're completely separated from the world. Yeah.
This challenge made us think, discuss, challenge. Because the reality is that it wasn't about overcoming an addiction and taking back control of our lives. It was about having no regrets when we get to the end of our lives.
Do you see that behind me? That is the North Cape, ladies and gentlemen. So I have finally made it around 2 capes, the East Cape and the North Cape. So woohoo, milestone done. Yeehaw.
We didn't want to just say no to the thing that was stealing our energy and moments. We wanted to say yes to the other things that would push us outside our comfort zones and make us feel truly alive.
Oh, why do I gotta go first?
You gotta go first. Come on.
Shit.
Good. So I just point and shoot, right?
Don't splash me.
Okay.
Oh my god! Aren't you glad you did that now?
Are you going in again?
Oh no, there's no way. That was cold! How you feeling? Yeah, I'm glad we did it though. What do you think?
Oh my god, it hurt. The pain.
What a wimp! Oh, it was awesome. I'm so glad we did that. Hell yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
I'm so glad we did it. We should do that every time we record. Even if it's cold. It brings you alive. It makes you feel like it's all worth it, right?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Some of you may be thinking, who the hell jumps into cold water and big waves to have fun? That sounds miserable. But actually, there's some science behind this. One of the most fascinating findings in neuroscience in the last 75 years is that the same areas of the brain that process pleasure also process pain. And that pleasure and pain work like a balance. It's called homeostasis, where the body constantly seeks to be level. It doesn't want too much of either. So when we do something pleasurable first, the body balances out by making us experience pain in the form of being uncomfortable, restless, irritable, and unhappy. It's during this time that we experience some of the most intense cravings. But if we wait long enough, those feelings go away and homeostasis is restored.
Down to Trinidad to see Sally Brown boys roll, boys roll, boys roll. Down to Trinidad to see Sally Brown say hi to Sally Brown.
The other alternative is to experience the pain first. That's why people like me go on these super uncomfortable trips where we spend a good portion of our time being seasick, sleep deprived, worn out, and hungry. The more pain we experience, the bigger the high. And it is precisely this thought that I was holding on to as Captain Peter told me my watch was on, and I looked out to see the most confused seas I've ever seen. 3-meter waves from the Tasman Sea coming up from the southwest, 30-knot winds and chop coming from the east, creating breaking seas that seem to be crashing from all angles. I'll never forget, I looked at Peter and I said, well, I'm not gonna lie that I am terrified right now, but you look pretty calm, so if you're not worried about me being on the helm, I'm gonna trust that I can figure this out. He responded, oh yeah, even if you mess it up, she's a really solid boat. Aim to keep the swell on the starboard stern quarter, you'll be fine.
social media detox, or have you cheated?
I have not cheated once.
You haven't cheated?
No.
Are you glad you did it?
I'm very glad I did it.
Heck yeah! Nice. And you feel dopamine out, right? No more dopamine.
Absolutely. I feel lighter.
Yeah, shut them up. Our lady Kelly over here cheated, did you not?
I'm a cheat.
Aww.
I don't know how to tell anybody.
Guys, this trip has just been amazing. I'm so glad I went. I was just kind of feeling down about things and getting lost in my own little world, and I don't know, I needed a break. I needed to get away, and I needed to reset a little bit, and this kind of thing always does that, and I'm just so happy I went. I feel kind of revived to go back to Auckland and try to get some new habits, to be honest. Some new habits, for sure. I need to maybe start running again, or rock climbing. I used to rock climb and I loved it. I haven't done it in years. And get off social media for sure. And just get more creative and enjoying things again, and not putting so much pressure on myself, because I don't know what's gonna happen. And I'm emotionally attached, let's be honest, but I also need to realize why I'm doing this in the first place, right? Like the whole reason I'm trying to make this channel work and keep it going is because I don't want to feel that stress that I did and that burnout that I did when I was in the office. And I'm doing this to myself right now, so I don't know. I'm feeling really happy right now. Today's been such a lovely day, and I'm gonna go inside and enjoy it. So. We're coming in, guys. Made it. We're just passing all the piers. Yay!